Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Sussex in the UK, and I'm coming on to recreate some treat. They fit a Ferrero Rocher, and they've got a really cute little closure. I have cased this from an American demo called the Paper Pixie, and I'll leave a link to her video, which is much more polished than mine, but I love these treats, so I have created them. These are for a team swap next weekend. In fact, this video will go out the day we meet, or the next weekend. I made some for last weekend. I went to a baby shower, and they're just very cute. They fit a chocolate. I'm sure other chocolates would fit in them, but I'll recreate them now. This paper pack is one that I won in a promotion, and I shared some cards in a recent video. I'll put a link here. And today I'm going to use some Countryside In, and we want a piece of paper that is 7 inches. Now quite nice to have it, you want it directional. If your paper's directional, this doesn't really matter, but you want, so let's do 3 3/4 by 7. There we go. And I've got some examples later on where I've had a play with the sizing, and I've scaled them up, so I will share those with you a little bit later. So on the 7-inch side, we want to, this is my scoreboard, I find this more accurate when I'm using inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then rotate it clockwise, 7/8 on the short side and 2 1/8. So that is all you need. And then I'm going to reinforce all of those score lines quickly with my bone folder. And then we will get our paper snips and do some cutting. So you need to decide when you've got some double-sided paper which you want on the outside, which you want on the inside. I think I'm going to have the darker on the inside. So we are going to cut up to the first score line, and this creates the bottom of our little treat box. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see. And then what we want to do is, I'm going to cut that off. Let's just miter that down. And then the top flap, which becomes the top bit, you want to do a diagonal cut from the corner to that score line, to that corner there. So I'm just going to do, you could use your trimmer if you're not very confident. I'm going to miter that and just trim that down while I'm this end. And then you're going to come to the next score line and again do a diagonal cut, and you're going to do that all the way along. Because I've done so many recently, it's quite quick to do, but it's a lovely little closure, very clever. There we go. So that's all scrap, and you're left with something that looks like that. And then we are going to bend back on the score line on these top flaps. Now I'm just going to use some wet glue because it's my glue of choice, and I think, well, I know a lot of people don't like the wet glue because it's messy, but I find it really easy. So I'm just going to hold those down in place for a minute. If you don't use too much, it doesn't leak out everywhere. Just hold those down. Give them, you just need to give them a couple of 5 seconds, and then we want to add some glue to our little tab there. So there's not a huge amount on that, but this should, we've done it right, should fold up flat. So you could prepare these ahead of time, and then when you needed to give a table favour, you're ready to go. So I'm going to just quickly do the bottom. So the easiest way is to fold those down, and to close this you want to just start with any one, it doesn't really matter. You want to fold it over the top, and they want to overlap, so each one needs to overlap the next one. And then once you get them all in place, it should just close down like that. Now we need to die cut some circles to hold that in place. So I've used Night of Navy, and I've just die cut the second. I've used 2 of the Deckled Circles dies, which are fabulous. I haven't used these for a while. I get, you know, my collection grows, and you kind of don't use them. I'll do a link to the Christmas card, a card that I made with these. Really pretty and versatile dies. So, but I mean, you might have a punch that's the right size. I did not. So that, just put the large one on the inside, and that will just help that keep in a nice shape. It's not a hexagon, is it? I know. And then put the smaller one, oh, I put glue on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. I just want to put the smaller one on the bottom to cover up where that joins. And then let's get a chocolate. Chocolate fits in there perfectly. And then to close it, you want to just start with one and then tuck these underneath. Just go your way round, tuck them under. The last one is maybe the tightest one, but there we go, and that is just a really pretty little closure. So on mine I did a little with love, and that was heat embossed, and that is from the crafting with you stamp set. So we'll do that again. I think, let's see, as we're using the circles, I think I'll die cut the smallest one. Might have been better to do the heat embossing first, but we'll have a go. Use anti-static. Some Versamark. I do like to use something underneath when I'm doing when I'm doing stamping with a photopolymer stamp. I think you get a clearer impression. Just going to use that. Yes, it would definitely make it easier to do this before die cutting. Never mind. Definitely have been easier. Hopefully that's recording. I started making one of these and hadn't hit record. So with heat embossing, always heat your heat gun, make sure it's hot before you bring it to the stamped embossing. There we go, and I'm just going to bring a little brush, get rid of any dust on there, and then pop a dimensional underneath there. I'm using all the edge, nothing goes to waste. There we go. What do you think? Anyway, thank you for watching. Oh, now I was going to show you. So I've increased this. If you increase the height, you just have to have the bottom is exactly the same score line. This to create the top, you want either 1 5/8 or 1 1/4, depending if you want it to be slightly larger. So that's 2, so there's 1, 2, 3, a little bit more than 3 actually on that one, and then I increased it there. You could fit a nice candle, or it just makes a really cute little gift box. So there are the different sizes that I came up with. I'll try and put details of all of this over on my blog. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And I will see you again soon. Take care. Happy crafting. Bye for now.